Welcome, everyone. This is misc. This is the show I do each and every Monday where I detail what I have been reading, listening, watching, experiencing in the past week. And this week, I want to talk a little bit about South Park and how it now relates to Rick and Morty. I have been watching South Park since the very first season, which might cast aspersions on my parents because I would have been 12 or 13-ish when the series premiered, and I was allowed to watch it, but my parents thought it was funny too. So that is why I am the way I am. What I find very interesting now that it's been going on for so long, it's like 20 years at this point that it's been on the air for, and very few things now seem shocking. Like when South Park premiered, just having kids swear on television was jaw-droppingly like risque, and it kind of opened up this floodgates to the rest of the entertainment industry and was like, well, everything is now on limits. It is not off limits. Everything is on limits. Is that a phrase? We're going to say it's a phrase. And so it's essentially inspired. I mean, working itself back, South Park would not be here if it had not been for The Simpsons, but South Park then made it possible for things such as like Family Guy to be more risque on network television. And I think it's led directly to the Rick and Morty type of comedy where we don't have to have people that are nice all the time. And it's interesting, having just watched Rick and Morty for the first time, I powered through 3 seasons worth of content in like a week or two. And so it's this, I find Rick and Morty specifically to be this really special show, which basically marries really crazy, disgusting things with a really heartfelt message. And South Park really has never tried to do that. It really is focused on comedy first, and it really doesn't care about people's feelings. They try and wrap it up into a moral every so often, but they don't really care about making you care necessarily or be like so indebted or so with these characters on their journey. They just want you to laugh. And I think there's room for both of those types of things in our entertainment culture, if I could actually be eloquent for the first time in my life. So South Park just premiered its new season here just this last week. There's been, I think, 2 episodes that have aired so far. 1 or 2 episodes have aired so far. And I think that for the most part, it's still South Park. For the past few years, they were trying to do something different, which is that they had an actual arc that happened. You know, things that happened in one episode carried forward into the next episode so that they could have this continuity that happened throughout the entire season. And I think it looks like they've kind of done away with that aspect in this newest season. Last season burnt out a lot of people, but nobody thought that Donald Trump was going to win the election. And so they had made this whole thing work so that he didn't win. And I think it kind of threw off their storytelling a whole lot because that's what they were expecting the culmination of their season to be. And so when you have Trey Parker and Matt Stone both come out and say it's really hard to satirize this president when he is so good at satirizing himself, it throws the show into this really interesting dynamic now where they've decided they're not really going to comment so much on him because he's already kind of a caricature of himself, and instead go back to focusing on other things that are happening in both the media and the real world landscape and lampooning them, which I think they do extremely well. I think it's been solid so far. I don't think there's been one of those episodes where like, yes, this is one of those iconic South Park episodes. It is both funny and meaningful and makes you think and all that sort of stuff. And I think coming off, for me specifically, coming off watching Rick and Morty, I'm kind of yearning for that more meaningful message that I want to be like almost crying at the end of the episode. But again, South Park is not trying to do that whatsoever, so I just have to kind of clean my palate somehow so that I can enjoy it a little bit more. These are 2 raunchy shows that I just think happen to be really, really well done when they're firing on all cylinders. So it's an interesting way to kind of compare and contrast them. Both are trying to do vastly different things, but they're both doing them extremely well. Because South Park has been on so long, again, it's hard to shock me with these characters. You really have to go above and beyond to really get to that level anymore. So right now, I would say it's a solid show. Does it need to be anything more than that in its like 19th or 20th season, whatever we're in here at this point? Maybe not. It's still funny, so I guess there's that going for it, but I'm hoping that they can get just a little bit more than just that. Anyways, that's my thoughts. I care more, though, about what you think about all this stuff. So whether you've seen South Park or Rick and Morty this season, let me know down in the comments below why I'm ridiculous or I'm not looking at it in the right way, and we'll have a conversation down there. Until next week, my name is Kyle. I upload videos every Monday and Thursday. I'll see you on Thursday for the next vlog, next Monday for this continuing struggle of misc that I've put myself under. Until then, watch good stuff.